This was the week where the guy who's mad that Monica Lewinsky blowjob jokes don't hit like they used to continues to prove why he should be put out to comedy pasture. Bill Maher went full okay boomer again in a rant about why woke American kids should stop complaining about Afghanistan online and just be grateful that they don't live there. Let's take a look at this.
Have you ever heard of honor killings? Public beheadings, throwing gay men off of roofs, arranged marriages to minors, state-sanctioned wife beating, female genital mutilation, marriage by capture? Because we have. What's the lesson of Afghanistan? Maybe it's that everyone from the giant dorm room bitch session that is the internet should take a good look at what real oppression looks like. Ask your maid. Ask your Uber driver. Ask the Asian woman giving you a massage. She'll tell you this place is Shangri-La, and not just because she works in a place called Shangri-La.
I laughed at that. I laughed at it the first time I heard it.
Oh, dude, that's a rough admission. That's a terrible joke. I just want to say, I'm mad at this for so many reasons, but he just named like groups of immigrants who've come to the United States because the United States has destabilized and plundered their countries, right? This is the harvest of empire, right? Asian immigrants, the Vietnamese immigrants, who are escaping the remnants of the Vietnam War, Central American immigrants who are escaping Central American death squads in the 80s, right? To now, those who are running away from drug wars that the U.S. continues to funnel money and weapons into, to the now Afghan immigrants, right? And the 20-year war we waged there, like that, he has no insight or any kind of understanding of why people migrate here. It's not because it's the land of the free and it's great. Oh my God. Have you been to Cold Stone Creamery? There's like a lot of flavors. No, motherfucker. It's because we fucked your country up. And also, second point, have you heard of state-sanctioned murder and capital punishment? The United States is one of like 4 countries in the world that does it, including like Iran and I don't know, Burundi. I don't know where else. Literally don't. It's like us and Iran. There are 2 million people in our prison system right now, Black Americans, in the streets being like mowed down for their beliefs, having their voting rights taken away, immigrants deported who've lived here for decades. Like, shit is good for you, Bill Maher, but shit is not good for the majority of Americans. Workers are falling dead in Nabisco and Lay's chips factories.
Yeah,
the fuck out of your studio. I'm sorry.
It just drips with like privilege is a word that I hadn't thought about until people started like labeling things as privilege. And I'm like, yes, that is the word for it. He gets to say, because like the kernel of good advice you can find in Bill Maher's premise is there's bad stuff happens in the world and you should be grateful for every good thing that you have. Thank you. But when it's as you're elaborating, you're like, yo, talk to your maid because you have a maid. Who the fuck are you talking to? Like, you've already admitted who your audience is. In addition to, on every Friday, when you chastise your audience for not laughing, acknowledging that you can't find those people, even on vacation, when your wranglers are down at Santa Monica Pier, begging folks to come down and see a taping.
Ooh.
That's what's happening. Like, that's where they go. They go where, like, people are having, like, tourists are. Do you want to see Bill Maher? Come on down. And he gets mad every Friday. But, like, I would say that both those things can be accurate. Like, that America ruined your country. He doesn't know anything about that. He'll refuse to acknowledge that forever. It's just too inconvenient for him. And there's people who do believe that America is this promised land where you can come and get a job and feed your family and everything. Like, you can still believe both those things, but like There is
But
no way
that's
that
your
I
takeaway from
believe-
Afghanistan. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. There's no way
that's
that
the lesson.
those two things come together, and there's no way I believe that Bill Maher really appreciates the nuances of an immigrant mindset. There's no way. All
No.
he wants is to like feel cool and like, because previous to that, in his bit, he talked about like, it's so hard for me. I've had 2 presidents up my ass about
God,
freedom
yeah.
of speech. It's like, that's what it is. You really get off on people reacting to you. Of course you do. You're a performer, and I get it. But you can see where he gets mad that his jokes just aren't landing because he isn't keeping up with that Twitter sphere that he so hates.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Yes. And it's an old take. I'm sorry. It's the oldest take. This is your grandpa's take being like, well, you should be grateful. You live in a free country and other people. Like, it is a finish your broccoli because starving kids in Africa don't have, like, he might as well be saying that to the audience. And like, it's so stale. I don't care that he's an older guy, that he's a boomer. It's fine. But like, it's such a stale take. And last point is, you totally pointed it out. Him saying maid is like, what do you mean maid? Are you trying to say like domestic worker? Are you trying to say even something like house cleaner? Like, are you trying to say someone who you've hired to do work in your, but no, maid is what comes out in his motherfucking mouth. Like, because he has one, because he has staff.
Right.
And you're not supposed to call them, it's not a maid. Oh God.
Right. And it's tough because like, I can't tell the extent to which people who are complaining on Twitter are actually mad. That's the thing. And neither can he. But whenever he sees blowback, he assumes that everyone out there cares so much about him that they're livid and they're gonna cancel Bill Maher. It's like, no, your low ratings will cancel you.
Yeah.
Not the Twitter mob.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do